stream marker because story time. Alright, so there is a road in Junction City, Oregon called Mill Iron. Okay? On one section of this road is a whole bunch of farmland and it goes off into the foothills. On the other section of this road that goes between 99 and Prairie Road, okay, Highway 99 and Prairie Road, there is a singular, well, there used to be, a singular business and a singular driveway on this road. Currently there's two, because that's where the new state mental hospital went in. But back when this story takes place... Hi, Kat. I know you want to tell stories too.
There was only one business.
There was only one business. There's one business on Mill Iron Road. Chat, Jared, and Nables, can anybody guess what the one business on Mill Iron Road was? Anybody. Anybody, Jared. Take a guess.
No idea.
What, iron processing, or was it just
It's a fucking lumber mill. The only thing,
okay.
at the time that this first section of the story takes place, on Mill Iron Road was a mill.
Was a lumber. Okay. Was
That's
a lumber
it.
mill. Okay.
That's it. Okay? Alright. This is very important to the story, and it shouldn't be. But there's your sign, right? So, it's Labor Day. I'm in high school, right? So this is like, I think it's 2013 or something like that. We're going to visit my mom at work at the fire station, right? We're driving into from Junction City to Eugene. So if you guys want to pull up Google Maps, go to town. We're driving from Junction City to Eugene. And as we're driving by the outskirts of Junction City, there's a little fishing pond that's got an archery range next to it as well. On the right side of the road, there's a couple like small kind of homestead style farmhouses and like a roofing business on 99 there. And on the other side is the mill. We're driving by there and I'm sitting there looking out the window, and being, you know, kids of firefighters, we tend to pay attention to smoke a little bit more than your average individual because it's ingrained in our blood. As we're driving along, I go, "Hey, Dad, I think there's smoke coming out of the mill." So Dad double takes and goes, "Well, shit. Okay." So we whip a Yui at the stockyard and stock exchange there. Stock auction. And we pull over on Mill Iron Road, and Dad walks through the gate to see, on Labor Day, right? So it's a Monday, nobody's at work, to see that part of the mill is catching on fire. So he calls 911 and he goes, "Hey, this is so-and-so, captain at Junction City Fire. I need you to dispatch this, and this to the mill on Mill Iron Road for a fully engulfed building." Right? You'd think that order of words would result in something happening. Right? You think that combination of the English lexicon would cause a 911 operator to go, "Oh, this individual knows what the fuck they're doing. I should probably get those things moving." No. This 911 operator goes, "Sir, I need an address." And my dad goes, "It is the only mill on Mill Iron Road between Prairie Road and Highway 99. There's literally nothing else on this section of road. There is nothing." So Dad is at the fire right now trying to call these people in. Has to walk the quarter to a half mile back up the driveway to get the address for this lady, because she goes, "Sir, you're being rude. I need an address or I'm going to hang up on you." Mind you, this is a trained 911 operator. Just think about that for a second.
In that situation, I would have been like, fine.
That's like the sheriff's department knocking on your door and going, "Hey, we need you to evacuate because there's a crazy guy down the street." And you looking at the sheriff's deputy and going, "I need an address." Or asking why. Right? It's like, ugh. Anyways, so once he gives her the address, he goes, "And now I need a second and third alarm called because what could have been taken care of in the time that you have been arguing with me has now turned into multiple structures and half the log decks are now fully engulfed. Thanks a lot. Click." And hangs up the phone. So that's 2013.
What happened today?
This mill, right, burned for 3 days because the sawdust pile caught on fire and all of the log decks caught on fire. So we're talking like a story and a half of stacked wood burning. Okay?
Yes.
Right? Right? This is great. Okay? This is all good. Fast forward.
To today.
No. Fast forward to 2014.
Okay.
Another small section of the mill burns up because they never cleared any of the sawdust from the moving parts of the conveyor system. So one of the conveyor systems got a little jammed up, a little bit extra heat got caused, and all the sawdust caught on fire, and it melted the conveyor belt. Okay?
Nice. Well done.
Fast forward to 2016. Billy Joe Bob, running the front end cat loader with the log forks on it, who happens to be a chain smoker, swears to God he was not smoking when the log deck he was working on caught on fire. Chat, do you see a trend? The
Sounds
mill.
like that mill needs to go out of
Oh,
business.
wait a second. The mill
Fuck.
between that story and the start of this year caught on 2 more times with varying amounts of damage. Earlier this month,
Oh.
they have this plant, by the way, and this is going to make you're going to love this. This plant has recently got into developing biomethane. So they take all the old, like, seed husks from seeding and straw and everything like that, and they put it into stuff and let it ferment and collect the methane or the natural gas off of it and plug it into the pipelines, right? So some of this stuff is like old wood products from other mills. Like they'll take all the bark and, wood chips and stuff, and they've got this big ass macerator tub. And according to company policy, they are required to clean that macerator out at the end of every day. Okay? This sounds fine, right? Clean out so nothing gets stuck in there, nothing gets hot, etc., etc., right? Okay. I'm glad we're all on the same page with that. You know what company policy dictates what they clean this out with? They go in with a pressure washer, and they pressure wash all the way around this to get all the nooks and crannies, get all the sawdust and bits of wood and shit out. Which then falls out the cleaning / maintenance chute at the bottom into a pile.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Guess what company policy doesn't dictate? How many times a year you're supposed to clean out the pile that gathers beneath the macerator?
Nice.
So, some of you will know that the West Coast had a massive heat wave a couple of weeks ago, or about a week ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
And prior to that, we had relatively oddly cool summer weather.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had during that heat wave, we had cold nights. So throughout this entire time, these guys are going in with a pressure washer and soaking a pile of wood pulp and other wood crap, getting it nice and wet, and then leaving it there. while we happen to have hot and cold and hot and cold and hot and cold and hot and cold. What happens when you have something that's wet and it goes from hot to cold to hot to cold to hot to cold a lot, Jared?
They can ignite eventually.
You get spontaneously combusting material. So, about a week and a half ago, guess what fucking caught on fire? The pile of material underneath the macerator, which then lit all 15 or 16 of the rubber tires that run the metal conveyor belt.
Nice.
So right now, right, Harrisburg has, where I'm currently living with Dad, right? We're just across the river from Junction City. Like JC, I go to JC all the time. Nothing, like 5-minute drive. Okay.
Yeah.
Harrisburg fire departments have these things called mutual aid agreements, where on certain types of calls, depending on where they are in the district, or on certain severe calls, they can call for mutual assistance from neighboring departments. So, for example, if something big caught on fire in Harrisburg, it is immediate, automatic mutual aid from Junction City. Junction City, the call gets dispatched immediately to both sides. If there is a wreck on Highway 99 between Junction City and Harrisburg, both are sent to respond.
Gotcha.
So I've been sitting here listening to the Harrisburg siren, roof siren go off, meaning that they have a call. I've heard it go off 3 times earlier today in about an hour period, which is uncommon, to say the least. The reason I'm laughing, and laughed earlier, is at 6:20, so 14 minutes ago, my dad just sent me a picture from the intersection at Highway 99 and Mill Iron Road.
Oh, no.
Of a whole bunch of log decks on fire.
So that's where your dad's at right now?
No, Dad's still fighting the fire at Klamath Falls.
Oh. Right. He got a picture from someone else.
No. Yeah, somebody sent that to him. Hold up. I gotta save this. I'm gonna put this in the Discord general right now. For those who would like to see it. No context, just... That is Pacific Highway 99. And that car is parked on Mill Iron Road. And that is almost exactly the log deck that caught on fire in 2013. It almost built the whole thing to the ground. But now this thing is burning, and like 2 blocks past it, distance-wise, it's a methane and natural gas processing plant. Oh, my lord. There you go. That's story time for you, chat. That's story time.
Beard, how are you gonna